This is a story about humanity's journey from primitive creatures to the dominant species on the planet. It's about how our ability to imagine and cooperate in large groups has shaped the world as we know it. Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, by Yuval Noah Harari, takes us on a fascinating exploration of the evolution of Homo sapiens, showing how we have shaped our environment and each other through culture, science, and power.
Humans control the world because we cooperate better than any other animal. And the basis for all human cooperation is ultimately fiction. These fictional stories that hold together political and religious and economic systems.
At its core, Sapiens is a bold reflection on the history of human beings, tracing the origins of our species, the rise of civilizations, and the forces that have shaped the modern world. Harari challenges us to reconsider the myths, beliefs, and systems we take for granted, offering new perspectives on what it means to be human. The book starts with the cognitive revolution, which occurred roughly 70,000 years ago, when humans developed the ability to think abstractly, communicate complex ideas, and cooperate in large groups. This revolution set us apart from other species and paved the way for everything that followed. What do you think was the most important turning point in human history? Let us know in the comments. The cognitive revolution. Harari begins with the concept of the cognitive revolution, which he describes as the moment when Homo sapiens developed the ability to think and communicate in radically new ways. Around 70,000 years ago, our ancestors gained the ability to create and share complex ideas, allowing us to build larger, more cooperative societies. Unlike other species, Homo sapiens began to develop myths, beliefs, and narratives that helped them cooperate on a massive scale. For example, humans started to believe in things that didn't physically exist, such as gods, nations, and money, creating shared systems of meaning and trust. This ability to share imagined realities allowed Homo sapiens to organize themselves into large groups and achieve remarkable things. Harari argues that this cognitive leap is what enabled us to dominate the planet. What makes humans unique is our ability to believe in collective myths, he writes. The agricultural revolution. The next major shift in human history came around 12,000 years ago with the agricultural revolution. Humans began to domesticate plants and animals, settling down to farm rather than relying on hunting and gathering. This change allowed for the rise of cities, kingdoms, and eventually empires. But it also came with significant costs. Harari suggests that the agricultural revolution was, in many ways, a trap for humanity. While farming provided more food and led to population growth, it also led to more social inequality, environmental degradation, and hard labor. The agricultural revolution was history's biggest fraud, Harari states, noting that for most people, life didn't become easier with farming. It became more difficult. Instead of a society where people were equal and had more free time, the agricultural revolution created hierarchical systems, where a few elites controlled the resources and the majority worked long hours. The unification of humankind. As human societies grew, they began to interact with one another, leading to the unification of humankind. Harari describes how empires, trade, and religions spread across the globe, creating a more interconnected world. Over time, humans created large-scale organizations that allowed them to cooperate across vast distances. Religions like Christianity, Islam, and Buddhism spread, uniting people under common beliefs and values. Similarly, empires like the Roman Empire and the Mongol Empire facilitated trade and cultural exchange. However, Harari also points out that these unifying forces were often used for domination and exploitation. While trade and religion brought people together, they also created systems of control and inequality. The spread of empires often meant violence, colonization, and the destruction of local cultures. The scientific revolution. About 500 years ago, humanity underwent another massive shift, the scientific revolution. Harari argues that the development of modern science allowed humans to understand the world in ways that had never been possible before. The scientific revolution challenged old ideas, leading to the development of new technologies, industries, and societies. It sparked innovations that changed every aspect of life, from medicine and agriculture to communication and warfare. It also set the stage for the Industrial Revolution, which radically transformed the global economy. Harari suggests that the scientific method, the ability to test and experiment to gain knowledge, has driven much of human progress since. However, he also warns that the pursuit of knowledge has often been motivated by greed and the desire for power. Science, he notes, has not always been used for the benefit of all humanity, but rather to advance the interests of a few. Capitalism and the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution, which began in the 18th century, was driven by the rise of capitalism. Capitalism, Harari explains, is the economic system that prioritizes growth and profit above all else. Harari argues that capitalism has revolutionized human society, creating unprecedented levels of wealth and technological progress. However, it has also created inequality, exploitation, and environmental destruction. The Industrial Revolution led to mass production, urbanization, and the rise of consumer culture, but it also brought about the horrors of child labor, pollution, and imperialism. In the modern world, capitalism continues to drive global economies, but Harari challenges us to question its true costs. Wealth has been created at the expense of many, he writes, urging us to rethink how we define success and progress. The Anthropocene, humanity's impact on the planet. One of the most striking aspects of Sapiens is Harari's exploration of humanity's impact on the planet. From the cognitive revolution to the industrial revolution, humans have shaped the environment in ways that no other species ever has. Harari describes the current era as the Anthropocene, an age in which humans are the dominant force shaping Earth's ecosystems. Our impact on the planet is profound. Deforestation, climate change, mass extinction, and pollution are all byproducts of human activity. Despite our advancements, Harari argues that humans have failed to consider the long-term consequences of their actions.
Already today, in games like chess, no human can hope to beat a computer.
We have altered the natural world to suit our needs, often without fully understanding the damage we have done. The future of Sapiens, artificial intelligence and biotechnology. Looking to the future, Harari speculates on the potential for artificial intelligence and biotechnology to radically reshape humanity. With advancements in these fields, humans may soon have the ability to alter their biology and even achieve digital immortality. While these innovations hold great promise, Harari also raises concerns about the ethical implications and the potential for inequality.
Why are we on the verge of committing ecological and technological suicide? As an essential background for understanding the threat and the promises of AI.
He questions whether the pursuit of technological perfection will lead to the enhancement of all humans, or the creation of a new class of elites with unprecedented power. Harari's exploration of the future is a thought-provoking reminder that as we evolve, we must consider not just our capabilities, but also our responsibilities as a species. We are the gods now, he writes, reflecting on the power we have to shape our own destiny and the planet's. The meaning of human life. Throughout Sapiens, Harari poses deep philosophical questions about the meaning of human life. He challenges the notion that humans are at the center of the universe, instead suggesting that we are a transient species in an ever-changing world. Harari argues that meaning is something that we create for ourselves, and that the stories we tell about ourselves, our religions, our cultures, our ideologies, are the tools we use to make sense of the world. Happiness is the ability to love and care for others, and he says, emphasizing the importance of empathy, cooperation, and compassion in shaping a meaningful life. Rethinking the human story. In Sapiens, Yuval Noah Harari challenges us to reconsider everything we know about human history. From the cognitive revolution to the future of artificial intelligence, the story of Homo sapiens is one of constant evolution, both intellectually and socially. Harari's exploration of human history offers profound insights into the forces that have shaped the world we live in today. While the journey of our species has been remarkable, it's also been filled with mistakes, injustices, and environmental consequences. As we move forward, Harari urges us to think critically about our choices, our impact on the planet, and our vision for the future. The story of humanity is still being written, and we have the power to shape the next chapter. What do you think is the most important lesson from Sapiens? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more great book insights.